Hi ladies, today I'm going to show you my favorite Jamberry application, and I'm going to be using tools from our original application kit and then also from our new Deluxe toolkit, so you'll get to see those in action and just how wonderful they are. So I'm going to scoot up so you're not going to see my face, but you'll see my nails and what I'm doing. So yeah, we'll get started. I've already done all my nails. I've just left one to show you the steps for everything that I do for perfect application. Okay, so I'm using this hopscotch wrap. So the first thing that I do with my nail is I take my cuticle remover pen. This thing is amazing. You may not even realize that you have invisible cuticle along the edge of your nail, but what you do is you run it, I'm going to do this so you can see, you run it right along the U shape of your nail. So you just twist it and then put it on there. And I'll leave it on for about a minute or so. But for time's sake today, I'm just going to go ahead with the next step to show you what I do. And then in our fabulous little Deluxe toolkit here, I love this little clutch. There is a spoon pusher. And this little guy right here, I don't know if you can see this very well. So this is what it looks like. Just a curved metal, and what you do is you just literally scrape your nail bed, and you're pushing back all that dead skin, and the cuticle remover has actually softened that up for you, so you're pushing it back. I don't know if you can see that. Do you see all that nasty that's coming off my nail? Okay. And then at this point, I take my, let's see, can you see that? Nail prep cleanser. And this is where you would use alcohol or acetone, but this thing is amazing. It's acetone free, so it doesn't dry out your nail as much. And just wipe it off. Wipe off all that, everything you've just scraped up, basically. Okay. And then, at this point, I will take the buffer if I need to. I don't always buff, but if I feel like I've got some ridges, there's a little bit of skin, nail or skin on there that I want a smooth surface, I'll take the buffer and just buff that nail really well. Once I've done that, I will need to go back and use the cleanser, just again to remove any debris or residue that's on there. So you've got a really clean palette for your nail wrap. All right, now I'm going to turn my heater on here, my lovely Jamberry purple mini heater, and let that run quietly. And give it a little bit of heat just to kind of dry it off if it's still a little bit damp. Okay, then I will pick out the nail wrap that fits my nail best. And the way that you do this, thankfully Jamberry has these on a lovely clear sheet for us, is you will, I don't remember which one I was going to do. So you'll hold it up on your nail like this, see? Just like this. And I like to curve it around so that I can see that it's going to fit perfectly. You want to have a little bit, you're not going to be able to see it very well here, but you want to have a little bit of a gap on each side of the wrap, so you don't want it to be the exact size of your nail. You want a little bit of your nail showing on each side. At this point, you will take either an orange stick, I'm just using my scissors, to kind of pick it off on the end that you're going to trim, and you don't want to touch the nail wrap at all. So I've attached it there. I'm going to give it some heat. 3 to 5 seconds is all it needs. You'll see it start to get a little bit, see it's getting a little curved, getting more malleable. At this point, I will lay it on my nail in the exact spot I want it and just leave it like that. I haven't done anything else, I just got it where I want it. At this point, I give it a little bit more heat. And then I smooth the sides. So I go down this side and I go down this side. And then I pull the tip. kind of like shrink wrap. And I'm just pulling and stretching the wrap. These wraps are really sturdy, so you can really give it a good tug. And then I'll smooth it down. And then you have this fabulous little purple cuticle pusher that comes in our original application kit. This thing is amazing. It's rubber. And so once that nail has been applied, you can then take it and really get a good seal on all the edges by smoothing the wrap down with this rubber cuticle pusher. Once you've done that, I would go ahead and do the other nail. I'm only showing you one today, but what I do is 2 nails at a time like this. And the reason I do that is because I don't want to go ahead and trim this before it's cooled down. And it's probably okay for me to go ahead and do it now, but I would do 2 nails just to give it a little bit more time, and then you can trim it. And I like to use clippers. Some people like to use nail scissors to trim the wrap. I prefer using clippers. So I will just clip along, and I will clip all the way down to my nail, sometimes even a little bit of my nail, so that I know that I've got a very clean edge. Okay, that looks good. Then we have this fabulous glass nail file that comes in our Deluxe toolkit. This thing is amazing. You file down at a 90-degree angle. Do not file up and down, do not file left or right, straight down. I'm not doing a very good job of showing you. I'm watching what I'm doing. Okay. Once you've done that on all of your nails, then I like to go back and use, again, using the spoon pusher, which I would have cleaned off. This is metal, so I heat it up, give it a little bit of heat, and then take it on my nail like this and just smooth over the nail. And you can even put your nail back in front of the heat with the spoon pusher, smooth over the nail. And this is really good. And then if you pull down to the tip, this is really good for getting a good seal on the very, very tip of your nail. One thing you want to make sure is I always check the back of my nail to make sure that I don't have any overhang. I want to make sure that the wrap is completely adhered around all the edges to my nail, not touching any cuticle. If you've done a really good job of removing that invisible cuticle, you should see that it's smooth at the back and not lifting. One of the main reasons for wraps lifting is that your nail bed was not clean. There may have been some leftover oils on there. There may have been some dead skin, that kind of thing. And so that pretty much is it. That's pretty much how I do my Jamberry nail application.